call Workplace Safety Committee meeting to order. Members present, Chair Rick Skillington, members Chris Sullivan, Steve Hagan, Tammy Wisdom is still at work, and Mr. Delano is excused because I understand he just got home from the hospital after he had some surgery. We do have enough for a quorum. I would like to ask everybody at the table and those around to please mute your cell phones. First item of business that we have is to review and change policies as needed. I'll turn the meeting over to Miss Angie.
These are just policies, they haven't changed, but OSHA standard, we have to look at them every year, so it's 3 of them altogether. It's our bloodborne pathogen, hazard communication, and lockout tagout. Did everybody get one?
I just got the blood.
Well, they're paper clipped together.
Oh, okay, all right, that's fine, thank you. Would ask Kristen if you add these to the minutes of the meeting, please. Any changes from what they were?
No, there's no changes, nothing like that.
I'll give everybody a minute to flip through those. The bloodborne pathogens is pretty much just common sense.
Pretty much. Mainly EMS that has that problem. But OSHA, when they come in, that's the first thing we always want to look at is our policies.
And I would like for the minutes to state that Mark Brewer, our safety coordinator for the county, is also present. I apologize for not recognizing you. Any of the committee have any questions? Any comments on them? This time I'll introduce a motion to accept these for the coming year.
I'll make that motion.
Commissioner Sullivan moved, Commissioner Hagan seconded. Is there any discussion from the committee members? Any discussion from any of the county commissioners? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion carries. I am so sad to announce that this is Angie Jacobs' last official meeting as our, I don't know what, member of the budget office. She deals with the technical stuff, and she is retiring the end of the month. My 6 years as chair of this committee, she has been the most valuable employee in the county as far as I'm concerned, because she keeps it all straightened and up to date. I have heard rumors about what her retirement plans are, but since this is being taped, I will wait till after the tape goes off to share that with the committee members if they would like to know. She has been training.
Yes, this is Kaylee Harrington. She will be taking my place, and she's been a big help so far. She's the one that actually got this up to date for me, so She has been a tremendous help, and I think she's gonna be a great asset.
Very good, very good. And you got anything else you'd like to share with us?
Yes, here's our updated log sheet of, for injuries so far this year, just. It seems like we're always doing good, and then one day I'll have to report one time.
Okay. Looks like we had, and I was aware of the solid waste employee that slipped on the ice and
That was back in
was off
January.
almost 30 days, but they seem to be back and
Yes, they're back. He actually is not there anymore. I think he moved on right after he came back.
I think he decided that work was not what he wanted to do. Anyway, very good. I mean, these types of things, the highway, I was aware of the wreck and on that, I was not aware of the paramedic. But, anybody have any questions about this report? Is there any other business that needs to come before this committee at this time? Once again, I'd like to personally wish Miss Angie her best in retirement.
Thank you.
Who knows? Maybe a year from now, she may be chairman of this committee. I know one guy that hopes not, but before we adjourn, does any of the committee members have anything you'd like to ask or say? Anybody, any of the other commissioners?
I do, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I just want to wish Miss Harrington welcome and hope you put up with us.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
Just get ready. It'll be interesting. Ain't that right, Christian?
She worked at the bank, so she was used to dealing with unruly people like me before she went to work for the county, so. I know the first day she went in, I seen her cross, when I walked in, I seen her
She
cross
probably called the
herself.
bank right
And
then.
I
so,
don't
I
think
did my
she's
job.
Catholic, so. We have two folks that would have signed up to address the committee. We'll start with number one. Ms. Riley, if you would, please introduce yourself and give us your address.
I will do it. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
You have 3 minutes.
I'm Laura Riley of 530 3rd Street. I've written a prepared statement on the topic of data centers that I will present orally now and submit in written form for the record. Not all data centers are created equally. Our community currently runs all of our phones, computers, and smart devices via data centers comprised of silicone chips, metal circuitry, and supporting hardware and software. These facilities consume roughly the same magnitude of water and electricity as any other business in Lawrence County, be the business frying pies, baking bread, selling insurance, or creating cabinetry. The new generation of data centers consumes more electricity and orders of magnitude more water. Why? The new CL1 chips created by the Australian biotech company named Cortical Labs consist of a central silicone chip surrounded by 200,000 human brain cells. Each facility houses great numbers of CL1 chips representing millions of neurons. In order to sustain these human neurons, a synthetic cerebrospinal fluid bathes the CL1 chips multiple times per day. The cerebrospinal fluid is chiefly composed of water. Now, all of us, every person in this room, uses less than a gallon of water per day to achieve all of our bodily functions, including fully replacing our own cerebrospinal fluid 6 to 10 times per day. At the very least, these man-made CL1 chips are not as efficient at thinking like humans. Cortical Labs is busily constructing 2 flagship biodata centers, one in Australia and the other in Singapore, 2 island nations surrounded by oceans of water, literally. These will be desalinated to provide for the needs of the CL1 chips. In such a setting, the competing interests of the human population and the data center may be able to coexist relatively peacefully. Our community, however, does not have an ocean of water available to it. Next time, where did these human neurons come from? I really just want to appeal to everyone's heart. We have a clarion calling to protect our children, our families, our communities, and possibly humanity itself. Please pray. If you're Christian, I am Christian. Christ has led me here. So I want y'all to have a good evening, and let's just pray about this. Where did these human neurons come from? Thank you.
Thank you. Second that has asked to address is Miss Eagle. Once again, please, your name and your address.
Hi, my name's Katie Eagle. Thank you for being our commissioners. My address is 105 Buck Ranch Road. I'm in Lawrenceburg. And I would like us to consider an 18-month moratorium for the data centers. And the issue, the Lawrence County residents deserve transparency, carefully planning, and a full public review process before any and all types of data center projects move forward in our community. Data centers can place significant demands on local infrastructure, including electricity systems, water resources, and emergency services. Because of the potential impacts, communities across the country have begun reviewing zoning, regulations, environmental protections, and long-term planning policies before approving similar developments. At this stage, many residents believe Lawrence County and the City of Lawrenceburg should enact a temporary 18-month moratorium on any and all types of data center approvals. A temporary moratorium would provide local officials, utility providers, environmental experts, and the community members time to properly evaluate the potential impacts before long-term decisions are made. During the 18-month review period, local leaders should consider: 1, conducting infrastructure and utility impact studies in coordination with the TCA requirements to ensure data center developers bear 100% of the cost for necessary electrical substations, expansions, high voltage line extensions, rather than the local ratepayers. 2, reviewing projected water and energy demands, water treatment procedures, wastewater restrictions, water table impact, stormwater runoff requirements, and well water impact. 3, evaluating potential impacts on vulnerable populations, local waterways, wildlife, threatened species, livestock, environmentally sensitive areas, and public use spaces like cemeteries and parks. 4, assessing emergency response and fire suppression requirements. 5, reviewing zoning, land use regulations, sound decibel, buffer zone standards, and nearby property value impact related to industrial scale technology facilities, especially in our rural countryside. Also, assessing the impact on the Amish population, their health and their way of life, and local tourism industry. Holding a public town hall with local officials, data center representatives, and independent environmental and industry experts. Also studying how similar projects have impacted other rural communities. This request is not about opposing technology or economic development. It is about ensuring growth happens responsibly, transparently, and in a way that protects the natural resources, infrastructure capacity, and quality of life in Lawrence County residents. A temporary moratorium would allow the community to make informed decisions based on facts, expert analysis, and public input rather than rushing into approval without sufficient review. We respectfully ask that Lawrence County and the City of Lawrenceburg leaders to pause approvals for any and all types of data center developments for 18 months while comprehensive
Time.
studies.
Thank you. 3
Thank you.
minutes. Any other items of business comes before this committee, I would like to say, appreciate Ms. Wisdom slipping off from work a little early and making the meeting here. This time I'll recognize a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
No, I so move.
Oh, awesome.
I'll second that.
Ms. Wisdom moved to adjourn, second by Commissioner Sullivan. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, like sign. Meeting is adjourned. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you to cut the ringer back up on your cell phones.